Ooh, shiny.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch with pre-patch hype week day 3. And what are we going to be discussing today? New uniques, new visuals, new enemies, and quality of life updates. All coming in the highly anticipated 092 September 7th, the Runes of Power. Now before we get into this post, and it should be a fairly short video, I just want to say I can now officially announce the third Action RPG treasure hunt race, where we're all going to be looking for the Crest of Unity. This is going to be a new Mage unique helmet. And on this helmet, all you got to do to win the race is one, sign up. First link in the description, go to the Discord, sign up for the race by going to the Last Epoch chat and hitting the green arrow. But to win the race, you have to sign up, and then you just have to find this item and turn it into +9 to Elemental Nova. Yes, it's possible. You can actually go to +10, but to win the race, +9 to Elemental Nova. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're going to be kicking things off September 7th. Okay, let's get into this patch. Today, we'll be taking a look at some of the new unique items, visual improvements, and quality of life features coming in patch 092 on September 7th. This post is going to be quite a visual feast, so make sure you have your eyeballs ready for the images ahead. Campaign levels, visual updates. With the recent completion overhaul of Chapter 1, we wanted to go back through some of the mid-game areas and apply the new tech and design principles. All zones in Chapter 6, most in Chapter 4, and several other hand-picked zones have had significant visual upgrades made to them. And we're going to check out some of those right now. Look at this. Ooh. I mean, obviously, if you've played the game before, what you're looking at on screen is just, I mean, night and day difference. And we can continue to scroll down to look at some of these areas. Now, for the longest time, Last Epoch, 11th hour games built on Unity 2019. The game looks dated. The game looks indie. All these other games look better. Every single update is a dramatic increase in visual performance and just overall graphics. And this is going to just give it another notch up. Look at these. See the lighting, the mist, the smoke. Going to be adding in weather elements. You see a little water down here. I'm looking at it right now and it's like, man, it looks really good. And in my head, I just remember what the game used to be like 4 or 5 years ago. It's just crazy how far they've come. Enemy updates. Alongside zones, a number of enemies are getting visual updates as well as 092. For those that keep close track to our teasers on the weekly dev streams, I feel like they're talking to me in that sentence. We teased these duo art a while back, and there'll be 2 of the new enemy models arriving in the Runes of Power. This is the Soul Cage. All right. And then you've got the Soul Warden. And come on, this thing on the Soul Warden, this looks like the back piece we got in the supporter pack. Come on, EHG, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be shy to these 2. I thought the Soul Cage was going to be bigger, unless this guy is huge. All right, couple of enemies. Quality of life updates. In-game bug reporting. One of the most frequently requested quality of life features is a way to be able to quickly and easily report bugs and provide feedback in-game. As of September 7th, the ability will be added to the game on the character select screen, as well in the main menu. You can find a new report bug item. Okay. I mean, that actually is very handy. I don't know how many times it's like, oh, I got to go to the forums and do all this stuff, and now I can just knock it out. When you submit any bug or feedback through this feature, it can automatically include a screenshot of your current game view, as well as your log files for comprehensive review. We're quite happy to finally have this feature in players' hands, both to make it easier and more friendly for you to report issues. Okay. Town functionality. Now, it's been an ongoing joke that, oh, you know, they can't even get towns right. Towns are coming back, and they're actually in the game right now. So if you actually log into Last Epoch and you have the latest update, you're going to see people in your towns. What they are adding now is the ability to right click on said player and directly interact with them. So it's going to be a lot easier when you're forming a party, when you're kicking it with friends, when you're trying to find a group to just be able to right click on players that you see in town. I think it's a very, very smart feature. Okay. Last but not least, actually the most exciting part of this post, and something I didn't know, not that I know everything, is how many new uniques are coming for this update. Beta patch 092 Runes of Power is going to be adding, drumroll, 21 new uniques to Atera. That's the biggest jump I've seen in uniques maybe ever. With a new mastery coming in, many of these will be aimed to support the Rune Master. However, we haven't completely forgotten about other characters in this patch. Here's a look at a few of the new items coming in just 5 days. You can also find a few more unique teasers to keep an eye on. Now, if you notice in here, there's one unique that is quite interesting, and that is the Crest of Unity. Yes, my race item that we are going to be looking for will be this Mage helmet. The rules are simple. You got to play Rune Master. You cannot craft it with the Rune of Ascendance. So you got to find this with a +5 or +6, and then craft a tier 6 or tier 7 elemental Nova to it, getting a +9 to Nova. If you could do that on the Crest of Unity, you will win the 3rd action RPG race. More to come. So what do we have tomorrow? So that's everything for today's post. This is what we have for tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow to talk about Rune Prisons, experimental items, and experimental crafting. Now, maybe I already know about all this. This is going to be EHG's treasure goblins, is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Random content. That's what's coming tomorrow. All right, everybody. September 7th is right around the corner, 5 days away. I will be attempting my first 24-hour stream. We're going to be doing game giveaways. We're going to be doing merch giveaways. We're going to be racing. It is going to be so much fun. Head over to Aaron Action RPG on Twitch if you want to be a part of that 24-hour live stream. Hit follow. I'm going to be bringing different people into the stream on different hours to try and keep me awake, and I'm hoping we can do it. That's all I've got. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.